And then you know security means much to everyone. And when we are talking about development and the growth of a nation, we cannot just push away security. And then we know how security is even affecting food supply, the chain in Nigeria today, and it is pushing up the prices of just very common staple food in Nigeria. So because of that, it is very pertinent, and it behoves on us that we as representatives of the people, that we have to take a very serious, cognizant concern and making sure that the menace of insecurity is stamped out in Nigeria. And what we think we can do is by engaging the security chiefs, by asking questions, where and what, and which, and when, and how do they want to tackle this, and that so that Nigerians can sleep with their two eyes closed, not only one eye closed or one eye open, and that to ensure that Nigerians have a very good lease of life in their own land. So today, we listened to them. They told us so many other issues. We related with them about our experiences and the experiences of our constituents, what they have been facing, samples of what had happened, the horrendous situations that Nigerians were, the parlous situations that Nigerians were. So examples of what happened even in Abuja here. So under the service chiefs, they even allayed our fears. They even satisfactorily answered our questions. And they told us plans they had, which is underway, that is going to nip everything in the bud. And that they told us even what they have been doing, especially some samples which we saw a few weeks ago about the Buhari kidnap saga and so on and so forth. Then the efforts of the security, how they have apprehended the suspects, and the suspects are under trial now. And we resolved some ways that, yes, when we asked questions from the Interior Minister, and we spoke about how to maybe apprehend criminals within the people. And then we spoke about standardization and the certification of a citizen identity through VIN, BVN, name, and so on and so forth, so that we can put all together. And then, so it means that at a strike of a finger, you can get the identity of a citizen, so that no citizen will bear 3 or 4 identities. And so whenever a crime is committed by any citizen, you will not be able to apprehend him or her. So we get that assurances, and that one is even ongoing. Then we get the assurances of our border patrol that today the borders must be manned and manned seriously, and that we need more men to man the borders. So we got that assurances. We got the assurances that, yes, from the Minister of Finance, that funds will be released expeditiously for the purchase of those gadgets that are going to assist our service chiefs and our security men to perform their duties very, very effectively. We got that mandate, and we got that pledge. And then again, we got the pledge that we even have the intention of bringing in the Minister of Justice, because we want to ensure that whenever a suspect is apprehended, then the span of justice is expeditiously attended to, so that we will not have the criminals will not have the feeling that even when they apprehend them, so it can take throughout a whole life before they can be tried, and then judgment can be gotten. So it has to be expedited. So we got all those assurances, and we believe that with the efforts that the security men, our security men and women, have put into the job of securing Nigeria, and with what we had today, we believe that Nigerians will heave a sigh of relief.
Did you raise any matter concerning state police as a means of solving these issues?
Oh, well, it is not about legislation that we had today's meeting on. Today's meeting is on what is happening now and how can we stamp it out. Even if we have a state police, and then those things that we are supposed to put in place, if they are not put in place, it is not about personnel, it is about strategy, it's about style, it's about the ingredients that we put into the policing, and we put into even getting the security gadgets that will make their jobs to be smooth and to give us results. That is where we are today.
Did they assure the senators in any way of a plan to weed out alleged internal collaborators?
Oh yes, we discussed this one, and then the strategy to do that one is not going to be a public this thing that we table it in public.
So
yes.
So there's an admission that there are inside.
No. There was nothing like that. Okay. That was nothing like that. That was nothing like that. So that did not come up from us.
The president said to pass a vote of confidence in the security chiefs. And
yes, so far, what they have been doing, we are impressed in the actions taken so far, especially when you look at some reported cases and then the action of the security chiefs, like the Senate President said. So look at that of Buhari. They have already apprehended suspects and then they are on trial. And then look at what happened in Ekiti State. So immediately they swung into action, and then the military are there presently. Look at what happened on that on the plateau. So the military went there expeditiously. Though the problem is that, we got from them, is that this is kinetic or non-kinetic issue, war. And a war like that, which is not going to be, maybe you have an army facing you directly. So it happens sporadically. So that is why we said that we should come together and then plan together. So where we think we can come in. So, and they have told us where we can come in, and then we have assured them where we can come in. Where legislation is necessary, we do. Then the Ministry of Finance, represented by the Finance Minister, was there. So where they can come in, that is the release of funds to ensure that any gadget that is needed is given to them on time. So those are the things that we discussed.
So you mentioned standardization and certification of the citizens.
Yes, the identity.
Are you saying the federal government will not make it mandatory?
Yes. Are seriously manned, and then we have very qualified personnel with equipment to be in our borders. So that's why the Minister for Interior was invited. So, and that is the job of the immigration. And so we got that assurances.
Thank you so much. Security get this back. No question was asked. Was no recommendation.